The common denominator, a numerator.
All right, peace everybody. We're live online. So peace TTM Academy. This is DJ Radon, and we're gonna get into some calculations today. All right, so if you look all over the internet, you'll see people talking about the whole 440 hertz versus the 432 hertz thing. I just did a lecture on that like a week or two ago, and so today we're gonna actually do some calculations about how to convert it for yourself. I'm going to do it by hand, and then I'm going to show you all a free web tool that will let you convert your songs or your tracks, whatever, from 440 hertz to 432 hertz. And when people are talking about 440 hertz, they're talking about if you have just a general synthesizer keyboard or something like that. Like I'll pull out, let me see, I'm going to pull out this one. I got this synthesizer right here. It's like boom, if you got a synthesizer right here, what's going to happen is if you just press the A button, right? So let's see, this is a GA. If you press, oops, well this is a reverse, so this is the A right here. So if you press that, what's going to happen is if you press A, the A is going to be at 440 hertz, and hertz is just a frequency that they use to measure things. But if you want to convert from 440 hertz to 432 hertz, which is just a little bit flat, then you can either do it by hand, but like using like Logic or something like that, using a time stretching device or a pitch shifting device, or you can also they have a free online web resource, and I'm going to show you where that is. So first we're going to calculate everything by hand, because at TTM Academy, this is a polymathematics institution, and so we're going to actually do everything. We're going to do some hand calculations, some actual cross multiplying, division type of stuff, conversions, stuff that we learned way back in the day. So we're gonna do some mathematic refreshers. And peace to everybody that's live right now. All right, so I'm gonna flip it around. All right, so boom, here we got a white screen. All right, so we're gonna start off with the general concept. So we got 440 hertz. All right, that's HZ. That's for hertz, right? All right, and then we're gonna say we're gonna do this in two ways. So we're gonna do it this way first. So 432 hertz. I'm gonna do 432 hertz, right? And we're gonna use a calculator too. So I'm not gonna divide these by hand and multiply these by hand and cross multiply and stuff. All right. So what we're trying to figure out is 432 hertz. I'm sorry, 440 hertz over 432 hertz is the same as what? So I'm gonna do another thing over here. It's gonna be the same as 100% over something, over X. We don't know where X is, right? So that's one way you can do it. You can do it like that, right? And then there's another way you can do it. I'm gonna draw it smaller up here. I'm gonna draw, let's see, I'm gonna do it the inverse. So we're gonna do the inverse of that. So I'm gonna do 432 hertz over 440 hertz. And the reason I'm doing this is because I'm about to start dropping a lot of synthesizer patches, a lot of samplers and synthesizers, and a lot of different tools for musicians. And so we're gonna be dropping a bunch of 432 hertz stuff too. So yeah, so you can also do it like this. There's two ways you can do it, right? And then I'm gonna do 100, right, over X. So there's two ways you can do it like that. So this first way, 432 hertz over 440 hertz equals X equals X over 100, equals X over 100, right? So you can do it like that, right? Or you can do it like this. You can have the 440 as the numerator, or you can have 440 as the denominator, either way. Or you can have 44. So the numerator is up top. This is the numerator. This is the denominator in the bottom, right? This is the numerator. This is the denominator in the bottom, right? All right, everybody knows from that Outcast when he's like the numerator. He's talking about numerators.
The common denominator, a numerator.
All right, now in the same this one, this is the numerator 440 hertz and the denominator is 432 hertz. So what we're going to do is, we're going to start with this first one. We're going to take 432 hertz and divide it by 440 hertz. So I got the calculator here. All right, I'm going to type 432 and then divided by 440, right? And that's going to equal 0.9818181818 forever, right? So what that means is you know, we can cross multiply to find the answer, right? So it's just telling us that 432 hertz is 98% the speed of 440 hertz. That's what this calculation is telling us. So we can write that up here. So we're going to cross multiply. So 100 times that answer, I'm going to write over here, I'm going to write what the answer of this is. So this is going to be, let's see, I'm going to type. So you can look at it two ways. You could look at it as 0.98, whoops, 0.98, and then 1/8, and this 1/8 is forever, all right? Or you could look at this as 98%. So I'm going to write 98, so it's 98% of the speed, all right? And then the 1/8 goes forever. This is 1/8, 1/8, 1/8, 1/8. So this is a repeating number, it goes forever. So this is the answer of the first one, right? So there's two ways to look at it. You could look at it as 0.9818 with the repeating 1/8, right? I'm putting this little repeating line over there. Or you could look at it 98%, 0.18, all right? So that's the first one, 432 hertz over 440 hertz. So we just figured out that. So we know it's 98%. So anytime whatever you have a beat, if you slow it down by 98.18%, then that's going to give you it's going to change your tuning. It's going to make it a little bit flat, and it's going to change your tuning to 432 hertz. And so, like I was saying before, a lot of people say this 440 hertz is kind of was popularized by the Nazi Party, but the 432 hertz, when you do cymatics, it comes out to a lot more you know, uniform and symmetric type of shapes, and a lot more visually aesthetic shapes. So people feel like it, you know, it kind of resonates with the body in a lot purer kind of way, and it's better for your body. It's better for all the harmonics and resonance type of things that are happening in your body. But right as it stands now, everything is tuned at 440. If you buy like a synthesizer or something like that, or even a software synthesizer, all right. And we're also going to talk about sense, because you can use sense to you know, to do this. So for those of you who don't know what sense are, you know, one octave is basically twice the speed, right? And cents are divided into 100. So I'm going to go over here. So it says the standard way to describe the numerical size of musical intervals is in cents. 1 cent is 1/100th of a semitone, or 1/1200 of an octave, measured on a logarithmic scale. All right. So you can convert that to cents too. Now, all right, so we got this. So we figured out what x was, right? And x ended up being 0.98, all right? And then we just multiplied it times 100, you know, to figure out what it would be if it's not like a percentage like that, all right? So it's 98. So A at 440 hertz is when you turn it into 432 hertz, it's going to be 98%, 0.18, repeating forever of the speed. Now, this 432 hertz, a lot of people say it kind of comes from an original French tuning. In France, they were using this, but then it kind of got abandoned, and now the whole world uses 440. Now we're going to do the same thing, but the opposite way. We're going to do the inverse, and we're going to see that the number's inverse. So now we're going to do 440 divided by 432. So I'm going to do that. So let's see. So 440 divided by 432 hertz equals, so that's 100, so you see 1.01, that's 101%, 0.851 forever, right? 851, and then they rounded it off at the end. That's why it says 9 there, but really that repeats forever. So I'm gonna write that down over here. All right, so that's, the answer is 1.0185, right? And then the 185, it just repeats forever. I'll just call it 851. So the 851, and then that repeats forever, right? And then if you multiply this times 100, you can find what it is like percent-wise. So this is 101% faster. 101, so I'm gonna write 8, 5, 1, and that's forever. So these are the magic numbers that you can use on your own and type in to figure out the difference between 440 hertz and 432 hertz, right? So you can, so right now we just figured out that, 440 hertz is 1.851% faster than 432 hertz, just a little bit faster, right? So it's a little bit sharper than 432 hertz. So if you look at it like this, and if you look at it like this, is 432 hertz is just a little bit slower than 440 hertz, right? So we found those. So these are inverses of each other, right? So the 98.18 forever, or 101.851 forever, right? The 85, this line over the 851 means it keeps looping forever, like you see in the calculator here. All right, and to all those Scratch DJs, I've been checking this out. I'm about to, cop one of these. This is like, really, really ill portable thing y'all need to check out. I forget the company that got it, but once I get it, I'll tell y'all who made it. All right, so yeah, that's basically it. Now you can do this for free. They have a thing, if you go to conversiontool.com/432 hertz, they got a whole thing. You can just import your file and it'll convert it for you, right? But I was just showing you the math so you know the difference. All right, so we're gonna be releasing a lot of these things. And yeah, so we're done, that's it. I showed you all the math. Right, so that's just the simple way to cross multiply, all right, and figure out using two fractions to figure out the speed and to figure out the change of speed. All right, peace. All right, and make sure to like and subscribe. All right, peace, y'all.